What's going on, guys? Quinn here with the dirty old 2001 Civic Si Coupe, doing a video on a review of the yellow fog lights I got off eBay. So we're going to make this quick and right to the point. This is just going to be a review. It's not going to be a how-to video. The how-to video is going to come after this video when I get the time. As for now, it's just going to be a review. First, I'm going to review these fog lights for a bunch of different angles, with and without the fog lights on, to show you the light output. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about the fog lights and what I think about them and if they're worth buying or not. Anyways, let's get the video started. And of course, here's what they look like in the day when they're not on. I think they look very nice. Also, in the description below, I will have little timestamps. You know, if you want to skip ahead to certain parts or skip back to certain parts, just so you know, those will be there. So let's go ahead and see what they look like in a dark place with literally no light at all from the inside of the car first. This here is no headlights at all, obviously. Nothing on there except my daytime running lights, which hardly do anything. That there, no difference, just my parking lights, can't see any difference there. This right here is just my normal headlights, my low beam headlights. And pressing this here is the fog lights. Really big difference at the ground of the car. They're just normal halogen fog lights, you know, everything the same as how it came off eBay. No upgrades. I'd love to get some LEDs in there once I figure out if they're any brighter or better, but as of now I'm just going to stick with the halogen bulb because they look pretty good. Again, normal and fog lights. They are yellow and yeah, they look pretty good. This is the difference inside the car here, and I'll get an outside picture there in a minute. And I'll turn off these fog lights, and this here is the high beams. Again, just stock halogens. That's what the high beams look like there. Everything's stock. No upgrades or anything. Housings are stock as well. And again, back to the low beams. And there are fog lights. No fog lights. Fog lights. Turn off the fog lights again. And there are the high beams, and there are the high beams with the fog lights, just in case y'all are curious there. That's the max light output that my car has there. Obviously, you're not going to use fog lights and high beams at the same time, but yeah, that's just what it looks like. And we'll turn the high beams off there. There, sorry about the sound. I just got the dirty old Civ running a little bit there. There's my little doggy, by the way. But yeah, I just got it running just in case I didn't want anything to start getting more dim because the car wasn't running. Probably wouldn't happen, but just to be safe. So yes, as you can see up here, I got my these little white ones right there. They're super white. They look like they're really bright LEDs, but they're not really that bright. They're the same bulbs that I use for my LED interiors, and I just decided to install those in there because I like the look of the blue-white light. Again, you can't really see it projecting on the road. It doesn't really make your light output any better, but just thought I'd show you guys those, and of course just the turn signals up there. The other parking lights are just stock halogens, and those are just my stock halogen low beams. And that's my stock halogen low beams from a side angle. And that's what they look like from the front there, or sorry, from the back. Oh yes, as you can see, this is what it looks like with the fog lights on. Now, I find they don't look very yellow in the video here. Maybe it's just me looking at my screen, but they look extremely yellow in real life here. They look really, really nice. Again, they're just the ones I bought off eBay, and they have the stock halogen bulbs that came with them. I would like to buy LEDs because I would like something a bit more powerful, even though they're quite good on their own. But the thing is, I don't want to, spend money on something that's not going to make it any better or just be slightly better. But yes, they look quite good. And here is a nice side view. Looks pretty good to me. You can definitely tell the difference from the last side view. And this is what the projection looks like from the front. Sorry, again, from the back. You can definitely see a difference. And that's just the low beams again. It really does look a lot darker, especially from back here. And there's the fog lights back on again. So yes, for comparison, here are the fog lights, and here we have no fog lights. Now the fog lights are back on, and let's go ahead and turn them off again and see what they look like with them off. And back to the side profile view again. Here we got the fog lights on. Now they're off, and they're going to be on in a second here again. There we go, back on. They really light up the ground in front of the car very well, and that's really good because that's really all you can see when it's foggy. And back to the front of the car with them on, obviously, and here the fog lights off. It really looks bare when you have them off. Like once you had them on for a little while, that just looks natural. When you go back to here, it just looks like, weird. It's like, whoa, I never had those fog lights before. That's what I was stuck with. So now, to conclude this video, I'm going to talk about the fog lights, and rate them under different circumstances out of 5, such as, style and performance. And I'm going to talk to you about, how they perform in the fog and what you should expect out of them. So for style, we're going to get a definite 5 out of 5. These things look very nice. They add a nice look to your car, whether they are on or whether they are off. I love the way they look. My girlfriend isn't even into cars, and she goes, dang, those look some good when she noticed they were on the car. Also, the only thing they replace with most cars are those fake plastic vents anyways that generally don't look that good. So yes, 5 out of 5 for style, hands down. For the price, I'm going to have to say 4 out of 5. I wouldn't say exactly 5 out of 5 because I wouldn't consider it an absolute steal, but they are quite cheap. I got these for about $50 with shipping and handling and everything included, and that's really good considering, I live in Canada and the dollar sucks. And I've seen them a lot more expensive for other cars. I was looking at them for like a Mazda 3 and they were like over $100. So, $50 plus shipping and handling isn't too bad, but again, I wouldn't necessarily call it a crazy steal. 4 out of 5. Light output, I gotta give it a 3 out of 5, which is still pretty dang good. I'll explain what I mean here. So the light output is quite good. It's more of a difference beside your car and in front of your car. For example, if you picture your normal lights shooting out like a V in front of your car, your fog lights shoot out like a much wider V in front of your car. It shines on all the ground in front of your car, obviously, because they're lower to the ground, but it also shines out pretty much straight across, like coming out from your bumper, which is really nice. But they don't really shine through the fog very well. And I'm not really sure if they're supposed to, so comment down below and tell me what you think. But when you use them during the fog, it doesn't necessarily make it easier to see further, but it does help with seeing the stuff that you can already see much better. For example, when you're driving in a lot of fog or a lot of snow, you generally can only see like a foot in front of your car when it's really bad. When you turn on these fog lights, you might be able to see like half a foot further, but that's pretty much it. It's not going to shine through that fog magically. But that foot of space that you can see a lot better, wider, and a lot better in front of your car, if that makes any sense. But that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? You can't let the light get you a false sense of security because you can't see that much farther, Here, maybe this will help make more sense. It seems like these lights would be really good for helping you going off-roading because when you're out in the woods, you can see a lot of the stuff in front of you due to your, with your lights and stuff. But with the fog lights on, you could see, a big jagged rocks in front of your car that you might not be able to see with your normal lights on. And also, to your left, if there was like a tree that was like really close to your car and you couldn't see it very well with your standard low beams or high beams, these fog lights, like I said, they project very far outwards to the left and right, could definitely help you see it. So again, I'm happy with the light output, but I would still like to buy LEDs for the fogs underneath. I just know that the cheap eBay fog lights that you can get for like $4 aren't going to help any. If you really want to get better, really good fog projection, you're going to need to go ahead and buy a pair that are like, $50, which I'm not really ready to spend the money on yet. But again, light output is still pretty darn good. And for the reliability, I'm sorry, but I can't say much about them. Now, I've only had them for about 2 months now, and I've been driving an awful lot, and I haven't had any problems with them yet. But I've heard some people say that, the yellow tint can start bubbling over time. Haven't had that happen. I've also heard people say that the lights have actually even cracked on them. Now, that might be also after switching to HIDs, so I'm really not sure about the reliability. I'm going to have to leave that to you guys to go look up reviews online. But they've been really good for me so far, but I don't think I've had them for a long enough time to give a good rating on that yet. Sorry, guys. And for how easy they are to install, I'm going to have to give it a 4 out of 5. All you really got to do is cut out those little pieces on your bumper, and then you have to ground the fog lights, and you got to feed the wiring through, and then you got to ground the switch, and then you need to, find your power sources, which with these they just plug right into the fuse box, so it's pretty dang easy. But I'm not going to talk about a lot of that right now because this is just a review video. The how-to video is going to come next. So if you're interested in seeing the how-to video, please subscribe to this channel, like this video if it, helped you on making a decision whether you want to buy these or not. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. Absolutely. I would definitely buy these for this car. If I got another car, I would definitely buy another set of yellow fog lights for it because I love them. But anyways, yeah, that's it for this video. The next video, once again, is going to be the how to install video. They're already installed in my car, but I will show you what I did, how you need to do your wiring, where the wires go in the fuse box, how to put your switch in, where to put your switch in, and I'll go over how I did it myself. Again, I am a car noob, and I did not find it hard to install these at all. So, yes, that's it for the video. I hope you guys all have a fantastic, terrific day. Again, if you like this video, comment below. Tell me what you think about your fog lights. Got any questions about how they perform or anything else? Let me know in the comment section below. I will see you guys all later.